I'm Nisha. I'm the founder of Green Tomato. We're a mobile greengrocery and a net zero business serving fresh fruit and vegetables to the community. Well, sustainability is the core of everything we do here at Green Tomato. We set the business up to be fully sustainable. So we wanted our vehicle to be emission free so that we're not harming our immediate environment. We wanted our fruit and veg to be loose so we're not packaging things up in plastic, and we wanted to bring the shop to the customer. So this is saving trips to the supermarket. So the business idea originally comes from India. So our many trips in India, I was so overwhelmed by these sort of local fruit and veg stalls that would be pulled along the streets, and people would just wander out and buy exactly what they need. There was no packaging, everything was loose, and it would all get cooked the same day. And I wanted that idea here, but I wasn't sure if it was going to work. They're all so sustainable there in India. You know, their carbon footprint is about a third of that here. And so I really wanted this idea to work. And this is where the Green Tomato idea stemmed from. So one of the challenges of sustainability was our float. I really wanted a carbon neutral vehicle, and that was emission free. And there's a price to be paid. It's old. It's been a working vehicle its whole life. It's unique. It draws the eye. We've never really done any kind of marketing. It does the job for us. It gets people out, and young people are really intrigued by it. Older people have this sort of sense of nostalgia. However, we're kind of patching up wiring, and we're having to fix it. It's open to the elements. We don't have any heating in the cab. It doesn't have any power steering, you know. So there's a price to be paid in running it. I'm reluctant to have a new electric vehicle because it comes with an associated carbon footprint. And I really wanted to start on a good base, so that this vehicle was built in 1981. And it's been a working vehicle its whole life. And it's worked off its carbon footprint of manufacture. So it's carbon neutral right from the beginning. So with sustainability, there's always a price to be paid. And it's not fully comfortable, but it does the job. And customers really like the idea of our sustainable core values. You know, they love how we're still running this float. It's roadworthy, we're looking after it. Our produce is loose. You only buy what you need, so there's less plastic being used. You know, we try and source our produce as locally as we can. In the winter, it's not always possible, and people quite like that. So there's not our produce isn't coming a long way on the whole, and customers really appreciate that. Sustainability is definitely not a hindrance. It's, I would say, definitely something to think about. It's not just about emissions and plastics. It's kind of, you have to think about the community aspect as well. And the community aspect, when you think about people, will draw customers without a doubt. I'm sure a large portion of our profitability is down to the community aspect that we've really focused on for our business. So my advice would be definitely to bring sustainability into your business practice. We've been really fortunate with local funding opportunities just before, shortly after launching Green Tomato. As a teacher, I had no understanding of business, how to run a business. I didn't even know what a business plan was. So I went on several courses run by MBV initially, and then we had some funding from the accelerator program from East Midlands Chamber, and I then joined the Help to Grow course, which was amazing. It taught me so much about so many different aspects about my business, and knowledge that I could immediately apply to my business. And it was fundamental in our growth. So the carbon literacy training taught me lots about how to unravel the jargon around sustainability. I suddenly became aware of what scope 1, 2, and 3 are, what it means in my business, and how to start to measure this impact. I didn't even know it was possible to measure how sustainable we are. GreenerFuture Leicestershire have recently completed our carbon footprint calculation, and to my shock, we've come out net positive by 5 tonnes of carbon dioxide equivalent, which is exactly what we were aiming for. I would highly recommend the GreenerFuture Leicestershire service that's available. Please go to the website. No matter where you are on your sustainability journey, there's something there for everyone. There's a plethora of information there. You can do some courses, you can talk to people about what your next steps would be in your business. I would highly recommend it.